Now let's rewind a little bit back into the elementary school days where you need a lunch every day. High school as well. Please welcome Mairlyn Smith with some amazing lunch ideas. Thanks, LA. Good stuff. Okay, so now we're back in my world.
You're in your world, but you know, just for Leanne, when my son went away to university, only child, single mom, I thought I was going to have a breakdown. 3 weeks later, it was like, Andrew, who? Anyway, so
it gets better. Huh?
It gets better. It really does.
Good to know.
Okay, so back to school lunches. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it the biggest pain in the butt
Bane
ever?
of my existence.
I know.
I can't stand it. Probably by January, I'm like, can you just buy a lunch? And he's like 5 years old. Where would I go? Like, I don't know.
Here's
I don't want to do it anymore.
I know.
You just run out of ideas, right?
I know. But you know, I think the most important thing is to get your kids involved with the lunch.
Yeah.
And I taught Andrew from a very early age that, you know, so we would start off, and I think you've got some Be Real that we're going to show. So would basically, he would plan the grocery list with me.
So it starts from the grocery list. What ingredients do we need, Andrew? Because we are going to go together to the grocery store. They're going to feel empowered, and then hopefully they're going to eat it.
I know, because if you enable them, if you give them those tools, then they're going to be really good about it.
Okay.
And so then you can get your Andrew used to write it in crayon, and so you know, we would get him. I know it took forever, but you know, and then it was such a great learning. So he's practicing printing, and we would organize it like the grocery store, like you and I do. You know, write the produce for stuff first, and then go there. And then the next thing that we would do is that we would go to the grocery store, which was honestly, it was hell the first couple of times.
I'm so happy you admitted that.
I am going to admit it. It was
already, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to go through this, so I have to sit there and wait till you write carrot, cucumber.
Yes, you do.
And then we have to go to the store together.
And you do. And then you go, and they'll come back and they'll go, you know, Mom, can I get this big thing of junk or the apple? It's like, aha, you know. So I would go, you know, which apples do you want, this apple or that apple?
Right.
But you send them out and they learn how to grocery shop.
Yeah.
These are life skills so that when they do go away to university, you know they won't starve to death.
You're right.
Okay? So
no, you're right.
You know, and it's hard parenting, but it's good.
Go through the pain now, and then you're training them so that they can be independent.
Totally.
That's the whole point.
You know, you're teaching them to leave you.
Yes.
You know, and that's huge. I know.
That's what it is.
I thought like that, and then it was like, who? Where did he go? Who cares? Anyway, and then the last one was that he would make his lunch. And then depending on how old he was, you know, when he was really little, it was just washing the apple. But as he got older, it was like making the sandwiches and putting it together, because he created it. So he wrote the list, he went and bought it, and then he made, so you're giving ownership to the lunch. And I think that's so important, because as an ex-school teacher, gosh, I saw a lot of lunches hit the garbage, you know, because it was like they'd open and go, Mom's on crack again, not eating that, you know, so, yeah, so anyway. Oh, that was so bad. Anyway, Anyway, so that's my theory. It worked out really well. So, you know, every year he would become more responsible.
Right.
And, you know, and like down the road, it's such, because he does know how to cook. It's a total chick magnet for him now.
Oh,
a bit
absolutely.
too much of a chick magnet.
Yeah, I married one of those.
Yeah.
So it's a total chick magnet.
I know.
Yeah, learn how to cook.
One of my big things was that I kept all of the stuff that was going to go into the lunch, you know, for equipment in one area. So that not you're like,
smart.
where's that? Oh my God, and where did this go?
Yeah.
You know, so you're not having a nervous breakdown.
So have your little container, and then you've got all the containers that you could possibly need for lunch in here. All BPA free, I'm sure, because that's the way it is now.
And I found a whole bunch of really cool ones that have like little cutlery in them. And this one's really, I know, isn't that neat? And if you close it and click it, and you own the sides, hang on, you be the, and when the, wins easier than that. Go.
There you
There's
go.
this go.
There you go.
A cold because remember food safety, and then you need to, and then you cold is cold. Cold is cold.
And threw out their sponges. I'm
so glad. I'm so glad. I am so happy. I am so
freaked out.
So there you go. All right. So there you go. These kinds of things are really, because you can't. You gotta check your school. There's rules when Andrew just no peanuts. But now it's like
no. Don't do the juice. Don't do the juice. Sugary snack. Litterless lunch. Thing you bring to come back home.
free, all that other kind of environment. But apparently I'm going to show you maybe all that stuff in the next segment because I'm going to give you a one-pot idea to make into a bunch of stuff.
Well, that's going to be good because it needs to be really easy. And I guess getting them involved, get them young, train them, and then it gets easier and easier each year.